Okay. Are you able to let them in?
I believe attendees are joining right now. We have
Oh, great.
people in the chat.
Okay,
I'm
perfect.
seeing it 31 attendees as per we start the session.
Wonderful. Hi, everyone. Welcome. I think we're just going to wait maybe a few more minutes just to see if anyone else is just late joining. And then we are going to launch into the Career Conference of 2025. We're very excited that you're here with us. So we will just give it a few more minutes. I see more people attending, so that's great. Perfect. Okay. Probably just wait maybe one or two more minutes, and then we'll get this started. Oh, we have some chats going on already. Perfect. Good morning to everyone. Lovely to be here. We're so excited that you're here today, joining us. All right. That's awesome. Our attendees are still entering the room, so we'll just give a few more minutes and then we will begin. I will start sharing my screen. Okay. One second. Hi, Muskan. All right. Can everyone see my screen here? All good? Okay, perfect.
Yes.
All right. Well, if there's any questions or anything as I go through, please, maybe Laisha, you can be the one to kind of just let me know. But
Absolutely.
I'll just jump right in here. We're really excited for everyone to be here. Welcome to the Devant Career Conference of 2025. We are so excited and we have some great things ahead. So I'm just going to jump right in. I'm Shannon Blanchfield. I'm the Associate VP of Client Success here at Devant. And I'm joined by my wonderful teammates. We have Rod Skinkle. He is the CEO and President of Devant. Denis Gravel, co-founder and strategic partnerships. Preeti Kanwar, our marketing and business development director. Sisha Maharaj, senior consultant, business development and external relations. Leisha Paharati, client success and program manager. Muskan Pandey, Marketing and Client Engagement. Sean Coley, Software Development. He will be here shortly. He's also graduating. He's a graduate of 2025, so very exciting. And we also have Kritika Pandey, our data analyst. So welcome. This conference is all about one thing. It's about your future and how we can help you take confident steps towards that. Because let's be honest, graduating can feel like you're crossing a finish line and also starting a line at the same time. So it's a big milestone and there's a lot of what to do next. So we're here to help that. So first of all, congratulations, whether you've just graduated or you're about to cross that stage. We are very excited for you. You've reached a big milestone and we're very thrilled to be celebrating it with you today. So first of all, we want to start by making sure everybody can hear well. There's no need to use your videos. This session will be recorded. If you have any questions at all, you can just throw them in the chat. Laisha will be there to respond, or Preeti. And you're all muted at this particular time, so please just feel free to use the chat. Okay, so this is our lovely team. And we do want to say thank you to our guest speakers, our alumni, It's really important that you've joined us today. Your presence adds so much value, and we're very grateful for you to be here supporting the next generation of professionals. So thank you so much. So if you do have any issues throughout the day and you're not in an event, you don't have the opportunity to message in the group chat, please reach out to info@devant.ca. So someone will be there, we'll be there all day. We'll be answering your emails in case you can't enter an event for some reason, or if you're having any technical issues. It's info@devant.ca. Someone's going to write that in the chat right now for you. So just copy that and make sure that that's where you go if you have any issues throughout the day at all. The other thing we want to mention is, we're really excited. We want to celebrate with you. So if you feel, you want to tag Devant Group in your socials, please feel free to do that. We want to celebrate you. So we'd love to reshare that, your graduating photos. And, today is all about you and the big milestone that you've accomplished. So please feel free to tag Devant Group and we will reshare your graduating photos just to celebrate you and the milestone that you've accomplished. So we really want you to know that you are not doing this alone. We're here with you. We're here to support you. Today isn't just about learning. It's about helping you launch your careers by networking, asking questions, and exploring. So with that, I'd like to hand it over to our CEO and president of Devant, Rod Skinkle. He is going to tell you a little bit about himself and a little background of Devant. So over to you, Rod.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. We're thrilled to have you and that you could join us. As Shannon said, my name is Rod. I'm going to just provide you with a little bit of context, a little bit of background about Devant, but I'm not going to get into the details. And I'm also not going to take long because I really believe this day is about you. And even in the next few minutes, Shannon will provide you more details about the day, and we have some students who are going to talk to you about Devant and the platform and how they've been using it. So a lot to do, but in terms of background, I thought it was important to share with everyone. Um, so my name is Rod, and together with my co-founder, Denis Gravel, we've both worked in higher education for, let's just say, a long time. And we've been in student affairs for the most part during that time. And right from the get-go, career development was always a really important file for me. In fact, it was the thing that motivated me the most. And going back like 30 years ago, I started the first sort of bringing alumni back to talk to graduating students about finding employment and that kind of thing, about how they did, and to try to help bridge the sort of from briefcases we used to call it back then to or rather from knapsack to briefcase. But that was a bit ahead of its time, I have to tell you, because at that time faculty weren't particularly, interested in that. They were more about just teaching the course and student graduates. Students felt that largely confident in their ability to just go out and, find work based on their degrees. Employment was a different world, a different situation at that time. But that's not the reality for you, most of you today. And that's why we're here. The reality now is we've got a changing world of work. We've got the factors, like it's not just a situation of high unemployment, which we periodically have in all economies. It's the highest unemployment in 2 decades right now, especially for youth. And we've got a changing world where corporate companies don't feel all that confident about planning for the future, where everything from um, the economy and the trade wars and things like that are creating certain amount of uncertainty in planning and long-term hiring, that sort of thing. And then we have even AI, which is kind of eating a lot of the entry-level jobs, what we would used to call entry-level jobs. It's really a lot of things coming together at once to create a good deal of disorientation for many of you. And it's not the case any longer that you just sort of graduate and walk out and walk right into a job. However, the good news is that the jobs are out there, and many of them, in fact, 70 to 80%, are never advertised. They're one-off jobs being hired by small and growing companies. And so it comes down to this your ability to present yourself, to network, to plan and to prepare. And that's what we're all about. And that's what Shannon's going to tell you more about in terms of today and how we can help. So the other thing I want to tell you is that we are built for this moment. This is exactly why this platform was developed. We're more than just a platform. We're more than just a whole lot of AI tools and resources and content. We are we are a human organization built for this moment to help you, to support and work with all of you, to provide guidance, to provide inspiration and motivation, and to provide tools and resources. As Shannon said at the outset, we really mean this from the heart. You are not alone. You should not feel alone. This is a really important time. And as you leave leave your various schools, connecting with people at the school and with alumni and all that becomes, more and more difficult. So we're here to do that. We're built for this moment, and you are not alone. That's what I really wanted to say to you today. That's why we're here. And I'm going to turn it back over to Shannon to tell you more about, well, the day, and then we'll get into and I also wanted to just say to you all, today is about kind of getting off to the right start, but stay with us. Stay tuned. Get connected with Devant because we're going to continue to provide resources and content on a regular basis. So thank you. I'm glad you're here. Welcome. Over to you, Shannon.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Rod. All right. Well, so as Rod mentioned, today's event is really designed to help you get a serious edge to launch your career. So you will have all been sent emails, and the event invites will be in each one of those emails. So just make sure that you're checking your emails, whether you want to come to all of the events, which would be great, or if you want to pick and choose, it's totally up to you. This is just a little overview of the agenda of what to expect today. So, you can make the most of the day by registering for the different events and partaking in them, asking questions, networking, reaching out to people after. So we have insights from industry experts. We have the gig economy, and that is sponsored by CIBC. We have meet with recruiters and hiring managers. So it's a chance to, kind of get an inside scoop on what's going on with, recruiters and the hiring industry. We have a networking cafe, and that is going to be held by our very own Sisha Maharaj, as well as Lena Wang, who is an HR specialist at HP. So that's going to be a really great one. And then, of course, we have the graduating party. That is from 6 to 9 p.m. And it's going to be really fun, and you get to choose which songs they play. And it's just about, celebrating you. And so if you want to tune into that, that's from 6 to 9 tonight. And that should be really fun as well. So we encourage you to make the most of the day, ask questions, take notes, be bold. This is your time to show up, stand out, and start making some meaningful connections. So what we have next is a very exciting portion of this opening, and we will be connecting with some alumni that we've worked with at Devant. And I will hand it over to Laisha, who will be conducting some kind of interviews, if you will. And they're going to give you kind of an inside scoop of what's going on with them since graduating. So over to you, Laisha.
Thank you so much, and good morning, good afternoon. I don't know where everyone is currently based at, but congratulations if you're graduating this year. And you may feel all confused about what's going to happen after you graduated, or mix of excitement and uncertainty. That's exactly the reason why Devant is here to support you and to reassure you. For some of you might be international graduates, and given the current circumstances, you may need additional reassurance. I would like to share my personal experience where I was once international graduates from Canadian institutions, and that's where I met also Devant team. I was able to really understand the core mission of the company, and also how much we understand the struggles, and we would love to support you along the way. And today we have invited a few of our graduate students from different institutions. The fun, interesting story behind how we were able to invite our international or domestic graduates is where we had been organizing international and domestic students ambassador program at Devant, and many of them, they were able to join us in the ambassador program while they're still a student at their institutions, and some of them have graduated and have changed their career since then, and some of them are still in the process of looking for a job as a recent graduate. And I felt there is a good opportunity to bring them to the conversation so they can share their experiences. We have a conversation to learn from each other, and happy to answer any questions if there's any coming from the audience from today. Um, Shannon, would you mind go to the slide where we have all the student representative joining? Great. So I'll give you a quick overview that we have invited our student alumni from Humber College, Chelvi. She is graduate from Business Management program. And we also have Chima from Niagara College, Toronto, graduated from Human Resource Management program. And we have Pravin, graduate from Algoma University, Project Management. And we have Salzbill, graduate from Western University, Leadership Study and Social Change. As I'm seeing that we currently have all Selby's Chima and Pravin joining, and Chavi, she's currently is on her way to join because she is working currently, and will have some a break during her work, and she'll be joining in a bit. So maybe I can give a floor to everyone, Selby's, Pravin, and Chima, if you can do a quick self-introduction.
Yeah, I can go. Hi, everyone. My name is Salsabil Fugarai. I'm from London, Ontario. I graduated last summer from Western University. I completed my degree in leadership studies and social change. So after graduation, I worked in admin for a little bit. I did research marketing, in all sort of things, social media. So currently I am doing a change in my career path. I'm going more into the user experience design field. And yeah, it's nice seeing everyone.
Oh, you're muted, Luis.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Well, I was just gonna cue Pravin or Chima if you want to unmute yourself and share a little bit about where you're currently at, your background, etc., to the audience.
Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
yeah, hi, good morning. My name is Chima. I am originally from Nigeria, but I currently live in Medicine at Alberta. Yes, so in terms of my education, I actually have a bachelor's degree in human resource management, and I also did like a postgraduate certificate in human resource management, also from Niagara College. Yeah, in terms of my experience, I've actually been in the HR space for about 5 years, and currently I'm working as an HR advisor. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chima and Pravin.
Yeah, so firstly, good morning, everyone. So myself, Praveen Ajay, and I've completed my studies at Algoma University from project management. I graduated last year, August, and since then I've been searching for a job, and I was a student ambassador initially with the Devant, and after that, quite a bit of time, I have moved to the student ambassador mentor with the help of Liza and Seyun. And yeah, coming to my professional experience, I was a cybersecurity analyst back in India, and I've worked there for 1 year and 3 months. So after that, I had to move to Canada for my higher studies, and right now I'm in search of my job as well. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Pravin. And we do have Chelvi. She will be joining, I believe, in 10 to 15 minutes. She also joined Devon as an ambassador while she was still a student, and currently she has been hired as a marketing specialist. I will invite her to do introductions when she joins. Perhaps we can move on to the questions I prepared for today's student representative. The first question, as you have already learned from each one of them, have different background, and Salbis and Pravin is currently they're looking for a job as the recent graduates, and Chima has successfully being employed, I guess the first question I prepared is if you can share a little bit about your job search journey in Canada as new graduates, what are the things that you have done to help you stand out the most?
I can go first. One thing that I didn't realize about after graduation was how long it takes to find your first job. I think it took me about 6 months to find my first position as an executive assistant. I would say what made me stand out as a candidate was my community involvement. I was very involved in school. I participated in many events. I was part of student council for 1 year. Yeah, like I would say definitely get involved. If you're someone currently, like if you graduated this year, and you're waiting to hear back from employers, I would recommend that you start volunteering with community, get to meet a lot of great people, and yeah, you get to build on your resume as well. So
Thank you for sharing that. Chiman, Pravin, any journey insight that you would like to share?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so basically for me, I would say as a new graduate, I focused more on networking and tailoring my resume, which was actually very key. And I was able to leverage platforms like LinkedIn and also Devant, which actually helped me to like tailor my resume very well. And also one thing that actually made me stand out was the Canadian experience, which actually helped me. And I think Devant actually made that possible. I actually worked as a Devant ambassador. I represented my school, which actually gave me that Canadian experience. I also volunteered with HRPA in Ontario, which also gave me that experience. I think that's Canadian experience is actually very, very key. And I think leveraging networking is also very, very key as a student. And after graduating, to be honest, it was actually very seamless for me because I worked with Devant for almost 8 to 9 months. And it actually helped me as an individual understand how it works. I understand how to tailor my resume. And because I've actually had some experience back home, it actually helped me to actually gain like I think after graduating about 2 months, I actually got like 2 full-time job offers because I was able to do those things I was supposed to do. I also went on LinkedIn. I actually connected with like professionals in my field, not just randomly. I went specific to the companies I want to work with. I connected with like minds. I shared how I can add value to them. And I strongly believe networking is key when it comes to my journey search in Canada. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. So if I can briefly summarize before Pravin, you share your insight from both Selfie's and Chima's, one key component I have understood is community engagement and reach out to people, be more strategic in terms of your approach, who you're talking to, what sort of volunteer work, if it's going to be volunteer, that you're involved in the community. And that's where you're able to build your network, your portfolio, and experiences. Previn, would you like to share a little bit about your journey and currently what you're doing differently as you're applying for jobs?
Yeah, sure, Laisha. So, coming to Canadian job market, like initially, I faced a lot of rejections, be it a part-time or a full-time job. So, what I have learned in my journey is uh, should keep hitting the chances, like tailor your resume time for the job description, and you have to keep applying. Obviously, the things will take time, so you should not quit. And I'd say yes, when it's best to gain some experience or show your proactiveness in different kinds of activities while you're in school. Like when like I was the part of Devant, and it's really helpful for me to showcase in my resume that yeah, I've been proactively engaged in some other activities other than only studies in the college, and it really helps me a lot. Like it shows you have the leadership skills, and you have the ability to manage team and like coordinating things as well. And other than that, I'd say yeah, networking. is very crucial here in Canada. Like
Mm-hmm.
as she said, like using different kinds of platforms and getting the Canadian experience is also important.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so that's all. That's my experience as of yet now.
Thank you for sharing that. There's so much more we can talk about networking. And actually, to many of our sessions are very much focused on the importance of networking, where you can connect with recruiters and the industry experts, as well as Devant team members, as you're joining today's welcome kickoff sessions. My next question I have, and I'm seeing chat, everyone in the chat is being introducing yourself. That's another way that you're networking with one another. It's a great engagement that I'm seeing from the chat. I do have another question to ask. If each one of you can share some of the challenges that you have personally encountered during the journey as a recent graduate, and how you have navigated those challenges. Yep. Who
Okay,
wants to go first, Chima? Go.
yeah, that's okay. So one key challenge I would say and how overcome it, first of all, it's mindset. Because coming to Canada first as an international student, I don't know, but I believe we all came with the mindset that there is a job somewhere at the airport we are going to take. As we're just coming, we're going to grab that job at the airport. So I mean, personally, I came with that mindset. I mean, once I get here, I'll get 3 jobs. I had a lot of experience back home, so I felt it's going to be like a hook for me. So I didn't bother optimizing my resume. I didn't know what it was all about. I was just submitting my resume randomly, and the rejection I got was not something to talk about. You get, I felt so depressed. I felt so demoralized at some point. I felt like I think I just want to go back home and all that. Until I realized that there was something I wasn't doing right. And when the opportunity came to become a Devant ambassador, I think I was not even in the country when that actually happened. I was actually in London then. I did the interview and all, and I came back and I got the job, and I was very, very happy. That's when I realized that I was actually doing something wrong, that networking is actually very, very key, and I need to start volunteering and all that. So those are some of the challenges I actually had then when I came in here newly. But when I worked with Devant, I understand how the process works. I mean, I was actually a mouthpiece of Devant for my school, because I was not talking to students about how they could optimize their resume, how they could rely on the platform. And because I understood how the platform works very well, I had my CV revamped, and I was opportune to apply for a job. At the point in Canada, I think I was doing interviews almost every week. So like the CEO said earlier, there are jobs out there. You just need to do the right thing. So I think by working with Devant, volunteering and all that, I was able to overcome all those challenges. And as of today, my experience has actually counted. I was opportune to get a job, not just an entry level job, but a mid senior role. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing your experience, Chima. We had a lot of back and forth conversation. I know even after you finished your ambassador role at Devant. um the mindset is absolutely critical. I believe everyone who are newcomers to Canada have at some level have felt the discomfort and not sure where to go, what to do, especially if you're away from your family members. For me, I also had a very long period of like mindset shift that I have to keep telling myself, which is stop being a passive recipient, but proactively engaging with the community members, with the school, looking for opportunities and go and talk to people. It's very much rely on your own personal strength and how you can overcome the challenges. Anyone else, Pravin or Selbis, you would like to share?
Yeah, I would say one challenge that I faced after graduation was starting the job search. Wasn't sure where to start from, how to build my resume, and especially with resumes, there were like so many opinions on how your resume should look. So one thing that helped me overcome that is starting by building my resume. I did use the Devant tool just to get some feedback. There is an AI tool on Devant for resume editing. So that helped me a lot with that. And just using I put my resume through ChatGPT to see what type of positions are suitable for my experience and which positions I should be applying to. And yeah, like I started using the keywords that was offered by ChatGPT to apply to jobs.
Thank you for sharing that. I think one thing that you have mentioned, the most important is not to ignore the tool that is out there that is available for you, even including ChatGPT, but you will still want to not rely fully on those tools, and you need to really look into your personal and professional strengths and the position that you're applying for to tailor it as much as you can. And I would like to also highlight from employer's perspective, which I have also interviewed a few candidates for a few position roles. You can have perfect resume, you can have perfect cover letter, but when it comes to interviews, you still need to improve on your soft skills, your cultural, cross-cultural communication skills to make sure that you also act and perform professionally when you are in the interview process. Maybe Pravin, would you like to share the challenge briefly that you have overcome or you're currently overcoming?
Yeah, sure, Laisha. So the initial challenge was like when I was a new graduate, or like initially when I come to Canada, the first
Mm-hmm.
challenge I faced was like a cultural challenge. Like it's different from the culture where you're coming from, because obviously we're our international students here. So cultural difference was one big challenge I faced. Like I took some time to get used to it, and after becoming a new graduate, I would say like understanding the Canadian job markets. So it's different than what I have uh, experienced back in India. So it took some time for me to get used to it, and I was like not only applying for jobs helps me here in Canada. Like I need to talk to people. Like I need to network. I need to showcase my skills. I need to
Mm-hmm.
show them that hey, I'm here and I am capable of doing this. So how can you do this? Like you can do this by using different platforms, I'd say. Like I did not know initially about this, so I just want to let everybody know that if you're looking for a full-time job or any career you're pursuing in, like make use of different platforms like LinkedIn. So for suppose if you're into IT, make use of GitHub. Showcase that you're capable of doing this and you have already done that.
Mm-hmm.
So it helps the
This,
recruiters or the managers that yeah, he's already into it, like he has already done it. So it's just a matter of opportunity for him. So
yeah,
yeah.
thank you for sharing that. I think there are two key points that you have mentioned, and I really want to highlight is understand the labor market in Canada and the trends. And second is do not shy away to show your successes, the work that you have done, even the ones that you have worked as assignments, group project, compile them, um, repackage them. All of those experience that you have built while you were a student can be shown as a case study where you can prove it to your potential employers, build your professional portfolio as someone that what you are doing in the industry that you're pursuing career. To follow up with the next question I prepared, where Previn said very, very well in terms of understanding the Canadian market, labor market. So I guess the question I have is, what would be the thing that you wish that you had known about Canadian job market before you start your job search journey?
I can go first.
Yep.
I would say be careful not to like fall for scammers. Uh, like with applications, they like it might like some of these applications might look real. I went through a full interview process, video interview. I did like I did a survey, I did a kind of virtual interview, and it was a real company, but someone else was using the name of the company. So be careful when you're applying to jobs and try to catch the signs a little early on. They might have like email addresses. Look at the end of the email address to see if it's the name of the name of the organization. So or just general, like some the way I caught it was when I came to my interview, the person was not there. It was just a photo of the logo of the company. So that was sus. And then once they sent me the contract, the like some of the terms and some of the policies that they had, what some like it was really off. So yeah,
Mhm.
like be careful when you're applying to jobs out there.
Thank you for sharing that. I did not know that they can actually use actual company information and process with interviews. I also had multiple incidents that almost got scammed because they know that you're in the transition period, you're uncertain, and you're also young, freshly graduated, can be an easy target. So please always be mindful. Ask your college, university, career advisors, ask your friends, get their feedback before you proceed with any contract signing or even proceed with sharing your banking information or paying for it. They should not be asking any payment in the regular process. Pravit and Chima, anything you would like to share
Want
that you
to
wish
add
you
a
had known?
point to what
Yeah.
as we said, nowadays there's a new scam going on saying like obviously we'll apply for jobs, right? And after applying for a job, they will send you an email saying that hey, you have been selected for the interview. So in
Mm.
order to do the interview, you need to install a certain app. They will send you the link to download that, and it won't be on any uh, like a regular platform. Like it won't be available on App Store or it won't be available on a Google Play Store. So there's a separate app which they created so that they can get into your devices and steal your information. So if anybody is reaching out to you saying that install this app to get the interview done, you need to check it twice.
Didn't even know that they could proceed with an app. Very scary. Thanks for sharing the insight and tips. Chima, anything that you would like to share with us?
Yeah, okay. So for me, I would say networking is actually very, very crucial. I didn't realize that on time. Networking is actually very, very crucial. And I strongly believe that building relationship and real engagement is actually very, very, very key. So
Mm-hmm.
as much as you're coming here to get a degree for your qualification, you also need to build relationship. I think is also very, very key. Not just building relationship, but building relationship with industry experts. I strongly believe as an individual, as you're coming here, you already know what you want to do, where you want to be, and all that. And LinkedIn is actually very, very open. I mean, it's free, except you want to use like the paid platform to do other things. You can reach out to like minds, like the profession you want to be, and all that. So I think I didn't realize that on time, and I feel like we stayed like 3-4 months just finding my feet and all that until I realized that networking was key. It became very seamless for me.
Thank you for sharing that. This reminds me of one thing that Devant co-founder Denis would always tell us. Your network is your net worth. I always remember that because it's really critical. Not all the connection that you make has to be professional level either. As someone who's new to the environment, you would want to build your communities around you, either based on friendship, your neighborhood, and you never know, someone's that you have been talking to is a professional in that industry, and from referrals, there will be opportunity coming up down the road. And I'm seeing Chavi has finally joined. Hi, Chavi, nice to see you. And would you like to introduce yourself and share some of the journey that you have experienced as a graduate and now currently working?
Yeah, for sure. So, hi everyone. I hope all of you are doing great today. My name is Chavi, and I am a graduate from Hamburg College Institute of Technology and Advanced Learning. I studied business management there. I was also an international student in Canada, and now I'm working as the marketing coordinator with a retail company here.
Thank you so much, for joining while you are also working. We had a lot of great discussions, and I believe it will be also great to hear from your insight on if there's any challenges that you have encountered while you are pursuing your career in Canada and what you have done differently that made you stand out.
I would definitely mention networking is the key aspect of search in Canada for sure. Like, if I talk about my case, I have grabbed all my jobs through networking only, to be honest. And that was professionally through LinkedIn only. I didn't knew the importance when I just graduated, but I was having support of the career services from Humber College and some other professionals as well. And I remember as soon I graduated, I made sure that I texted every professional in my field on LinkedIn and asked them to set up coffee chats. That's gonna be really tense situation when you will receive nine no's from 10 messages you send, but I assure you today that you will receive one yes, which will give you a job offer for sure. And I think this is the most important aspect. And I think consistency plays a really crucial role in this. It's not important if someone is not rewarding to you one day. There will be one day when someone will be asking you, okay, I'm free for a coffee chat. Are you available for a moment? That might be 5 minutes, but the advice they'll share with you that will provide you great insight for the industry and will help you to stand out for sure.
Thank you for sharing that. I remember, Chavi, you also reached out to me on LinkedIn. That's where I remembered your profile, your information, and we got connected. Then I'm very happy that you were still engaging with us in ambassador program. One thing led to another. That's always you have to start from somewhere.
Yes.
I do have a last question, like sort of request from today's students, panelists, and we can bring it back to our Devant team members. If each one of you can share something, an advice, I think one of the advice will probably be work on your networking, but something that you would like to give to new graduates, helping them to navigate this transition period, what would that be? To hype them up, encourage them to not give up.
Okay, I'll just start. I would say be open to learning and take every advantage is actually very, very key. Take every advantage you can, especially use every opportunity, especially for free platform like Devant is actually very, very help. Try and see how you can volunteer. Just do everything humanly possible. Try and network, try and go for industry events, just try and meet people. And most importantly, I strongly believe you just have to be patient and also remain consistency. You also need to understand you need to start small, no matter how small it is, even if it's unpaid, just do something, try and gain that Canadian experience. I mean, it all add up, and at the end of the day, I strongly believe we all are going to live our Canadian dream.
Thank you so much, Chima. And anyone else in Chile province, Southfield? You want to
Yeah.
share?
So, one recommendation I would like to provide to the new graduates: don't wait for your graduation, search for the opportunities, perform the best of your abilities before proceeding to your graduation. Search out for co ops, placement, search out for professionals in your field. Maybe there's an opportunity which is waiting for you, and that can lead to a full time job offer as well. You never know how things can change. So, I would definitely recommend that start at a great time period so that you have an edge over other competitors in the field as well.
Thank you so much. Province, Southfield?
Yeah, I would say, just like Chiba said, be patient. It does take time to find your first position. Try more than one way to do that, whether you're networking, reaching out to professionals online, finding mentors. Believe it or not, there are platforms out there that offer free mentorship sessions that you can look into, volunteer with community, build your resume, tailor it to the positions that you're applying to, update your LinkedIn. And yeah, like just seeing all of you today shows that you're already on the right path. And yeah, want to wish you all the best.
Thank you. Pravin?
Yeah, sure. So I'd like to give some couple of advices, not only one. So first thing is, things take time here in Canada. So you need to be patient first. So and you should learn how the hiring process works. There are different kinds of steps, and things will obviously take time. And the second thing is be consistent, and don't be afraid of sending a cold message to a person you know, or to the recruiter or somebody else. Like take the initiative, take the courage to send a message. So the what the worst can happen. It's just one message, and if it hits, you'll be getting a job. So don't be afraid to reach out to people. And third, and the most important one is don't get burnt out. Like we all know how important a job for us to start a professional journey. But yeah, as I said, things take time. So in between, staying motivated and consistent is very important, just to preserve your mental health. And yeah, those are the advices from myself.
Thank you for sharing. I was just about to say the importance of mental health as well, because I have been through that period in my early career as well. Um, what I would recommend is to be able to minimize the potential reaching to burnout is time management, so that you're able to uh, adequately allocate your time on when you're going to update your resume, when you're going to reach out to people, what extent in sort of the week that you'll spend, how many hours on applying for jobs. Try not to make it all 24/7. That's all you focus. Spend some time for yourself, get out of your zone, and also enjoy a little bit in the summertime. Most importantly, this is a period of time that you don't have 9 to 5 commitment yet, so you can pursue on maybe exploring some courses, certificates online to learn more on what are the key skills, trending skills that will make you stand out the most. So I think that we covered a lot. Thank you so much for joining from the student side. I believe there are some important tips and experiences being shared today, and maybe those are shared experiences. I'm bringing back to the Devant team. Shannon, if you can take it over from here. Thank you for everyone listening.
Thank you all so much. That was what a wonderful insight you've just given to all of the attendees here today. Thank you so much for taking the time and being here and really helping, the next kind of generation of professionals who are going into the field. We heard some really great tips and advice. And I think, networking is obviously the number one thing we'll take away from this. It is really important in Canada. And, just being here, I was just checking out the chat and I saw people kind of introducing themselves, even leaving their LinkedIn links. So, don't overlook that. Like Laisha said, it's really important to start, small in your community around you. So click on these links that are in the chat and connect with one another. And you never know what will lead into something else, right? You start small and someone might have, they know of something that pertains to you. So really it's about doing those things and volunteering if nothing else, get into something that you're interested in your field, volunteer and then that expands your network, or take some courses. So there's lots of different ways, and I think it was Chima who mentioned industry leaders. So we do have in our next session, it is from 11:30 to 12:30 today. We have some really great industry leaders who will be coming in and chatting. So you'll hear from Rafael Colin Silva. He's a partner at EY Parthenon. He specializes in strategy and execution within power and utilities. We have David Cooper, who's the Executive Vice President and Chief People Officer at GoEasy, and Jeff Watson, who's the Manager of Campus Recruitment at WSIB. So it's important, you can reach out to them after, you can connect with them on LinkedIn. So that's a really important piece of the puzzle as you're looking for your career and you're launching your careers. So don't overlook that. Join us at 11:30 to 12:30. We also have a poll here, so it would be really great if you could take the time to answer these questions that we have for you. And just to wrap up, we want to thank you again for being here. You're showing the willingness to put yourself out there, to be a part of something bigger than yourselves, and to learn and to grow. So, this day it's packed with opportunities. Every single connection you make could shift the direction of your career. You never know. So take advantage of everything in front of you today. Ask the questions you've been sitting on. Follow up with people that you hear from. and most of all, remember that your career, it's not a straight line. And that's not a bad thing. As you've heard from everyone here today, there's lots of twists and turns. It's not linear, and that's okay. We learn along the way, and we gain knowledge and insight from every different experience. So it's important to know that, and to not feel discouraged, and to not feel burnt out, because it is tough out there, but we are here to help you. We don't want you to feel like you're alone. We're here as your partner to help you launch this career and take those steps forward. So we can't wait to see, what you take from today, and where it takes you next. And we're really hoping that this can help you, as you move on and you move forward, and just know that you're not alone. Everyone's here kind of in the same situation, and we want you to feel like you have a partner with Devant. So I know we're 10 minutes ahead of schedule. I don't know if there's anything else that the Devant team would like to say before we kind of sign off, or if there's any questions at all, just please feel free to pop it in the Q&A. But if not, I could let everyone go for.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Shannon, I think we do have a few questions, and I also see from the attendees Stephen has raised the hand, but just wanted to address some of the questions that people have asked, mostly relevant to how to volunteer at Devant, what other positions available. If you have interest to join our Devant Ambassador Program, please send an email to info@devant.ca. So the volunteer position is mainly supporting Devant and our mission to promote our services. And also we will be inviting you to join for sort of activities on the research-based project. And there will be special social media work relevant or marketing work relevant that we would like to have you involved in. The topic and engagement varies based on your background as well as the needs from Devant side. Most importantly, as you progress from ambassador program as ambassador role, we will be giving you performance, and you may also become a mentor where you're able to continue to support the future ambassadors who join the Devant team as an ambassador. So again, if you were interested, I would recommend you to send us an email, and according to your profile and our team, we will be reaching out to you accordingly.
Perfect. Thanks,
That's great.
Lisa.
Yes.
Anything else? Any other questions?
I just wanted to say thank you to all of our ambassadors, and Shannon and Rod. Thank you guys so much for kicking off the Career Launch Conference. I will be facilitating our next event at 11:30 to 12:30, so I hope to see you all there. I also just wanted to remind you to follow us on Instagram. We're going to be posting and inviting you to share your graduation photos. We want to share and celebrate the class of 2025 as well as recent graduates. So please interact and share online. We'd love to celebrate with you. And we've also posted the link for the graduation party tonight, 6 to 9 on Twitch. So feel free to sign up so you know how to get online. And again, enjoy the rest of the day. I wanted to mention one other quick thing about networking. We also have a networking cafe, and one of our sponsors, CIBC, who sponsored that event, they're also sponsoring in-person networking opportunities in the future. So definitely stay tuned, read your email, more to come, and we'll see you at the rest of the sessions today.
Amazing. Okay, thank you all so much. I will end a few minutes early. Everyone can get ready for the next session. And thank you again for being here. We're very excited.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye,
Thank you.
everyone.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.